Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time, welcome. I am Michelle, and today I wanted to talk about how to overcome like the fear of having your first signing. I've been getting just a lot of questions about it, and it's a valid question. I think most of us, if not all of us, were nervous at our first signing. You want to make sure that, you know, you look like you know what you're doing, because a lot of time, the first time, we really are just winging it, right? So I just wanted to, I put together some stuff, and I just wanted to kind of talk about how to overcome that fear. So one, the most important is really having an understanding of the documents. I guess you could, I was going to say you can't go to a signing and not know what these documents are. And I guess you could fake it until you make it, but you don't want to ruin your relationship with the signing services or the title company that hires you to do this job. So I would definitely say you want to become familiar with those documents. You want to, like for instance, right? We know that the closing disclosure, it tells you the amount of the loan, the interest rate, what that payment's going to be with and without the escrow, which is their taxes and insurance and mortgage insurance if that loan has it. And then, at the bottom of that document, it's going to tell the customer or the signer how much they need to close or how much they're actually getting back. At the top of that document, we know it tells if it's a fixed rate, if it's a FHA, a conventional, or a VA loan, and it tells the term of that document. Now, if you don't know that going in and you just see all these numbers, because the signer, a lot of them, they receive that closing disclosure before you even get there, right? They have it. But they still may ask you, well, what's my interest rate? Is this a fixed loan? Is this a balloon payment? Is it conventional? You need to know where to find that, on these documents, because they're going to ask you that question. So, just getting familiar to what these documents are. If you went to the NNA and purchased the loan source book, in that book, it shows you, the documents. Let me get it. So in this source book, I know I've showed it several times. It shows you, the documents. Let's see if I can refinance loans. So in this book, it shows you the closing disclosure. In this closing disclosure, this is the area right here that's going to tell you the term of the loan, with, if it's a refi, if it's fixed, if it's conventional VA or a FHA loan. So this is the closing disclosure. It is in this book. If you do not know what a closing disclosure is, or if you're a new loan signing agent, I'm not saying you have to buy this book, but if you want to be successful at what you're doing and you want to be comfortable and you want to have an understanding of what these documents are, you definitely, I'm not getting paid for you buying this book. I'm just saying, like, it's a resource. It's a good tool to have if you want to get familiar with knowing what these documents are. So I would say, definitely getting familiar with these documents. Want to know the purpose of the document. Right to cancel. Simple, right? It's a document. They have 3 days to cancel, right? Right to cancel. So again, in this book, it's going to give you all, pretty much most of the documents that you're going to see. There's going to be some lender documents and that you'll get that will not be in here. These are like your main refi, HELOC, reverse mortgages, stuff like that. Definitely get familiar with the documents. Another thing, watch Watch mock signing videos. Like I have one. And don't just watch one. Watch several mock signing videos from different people who, perform them, because you can take something from everybody and just kind of make it your own. You may not like the way that I deliver the way I deliver the docs to the signer, but then you may see somebody else do it a different way, and that will work for you. So my suggestion is, watch those mock signings. And the next thing would definitely be to kind of write a script, right? So as you get familiar with the documents, or as you're studying the documents, get you an index card and, write you a script, or if you want to, type it up on your, in a Word document, closing disclosure. And then you can just write your little script. Hi guys, this is your the closing disclosure. It says you're refining $100,000 at a 2.5 interest rate. Your payment's going to be this, and this is what you're going to get back. Sign here. You can just write, a little statement for each one of those documents that's in the packet, or if you don't know all the documents that's in a packet, you can always Google like what are the main documents in a if it's a refinance or whatever. But yeah, write it on the index card. And then when you do get a signing, as you're going through the packet, if the first document is a closing disclosure, you get your index card and you just put everything in order. If you have the closing disclosure and say the note and then the deed, so then you can get your index card for that and then put it in order: closing disclosure, note, deed. So as you're flipping, through the pages, you can flip through your index card, so that way you're on the same page when it comes to that document. You don't know what it is. You don't want to be flipping through your index cards, while you're at the closing with the client. So that's just another suggestion. Write down on index cards your script for each one of these documents. Another thing I would suggest, like I said, watching the mock videos is going to help, right? So writing your script on the index card, that's going to help. Practicing, record yourself doing a mock signing. I did my mock signing by myself, right? On the video that I did. Do it. Record yourself doing a mock signing as if there was a customer there. Don't stop when you mess up. Just keep going, just like as if you were sitting in front of the client, right? Record yourself and then watch it back and see how you sound, how you look, how you, just, see where you feel like you can make room for improvement. And then when you see something that's great, like, congratulate yourself, like pat yourself on the back or something, like, hey, I'm getting it, but, and then another thing, you can do mock signings, with other people, your spouse, get one of your girlfriends to come over, friends to come over and sit with you while you do, the signing, and say, hey, act as if you're buying this home and I'm reading you the documents, and then if they have a question, about, say, hey, act like you're the real person. If you were refinancing your home and I was doing this script, and we're role playing, if you had like real life questions, what would that question be? And ask me, so then that way you can see how you would react. So you won't be thrown off. Of course, there's going to be some questions that they ask you that you're not going to be able to answer, so again, your script, when you go in there, you say, hey, I'm Michelle, I'm the notary. Just want to give you my disclaimer. I'm here just to watch you sign the documents. I cannot provide you with any legal advice. If you have any questions regarding any of the documents, we can definitely take a pause and call your loan officer, because you can only tell them what the documents are, but not why they are. Like, you can tell them what their interest rate is, but not why their interest rate is, right? So you should feel a little bit more comfortable knowing that you don't have to explain the whys behind the document. So that there should help you feel a little bit more at ease. Again, practicing, that's definitely going to make you more proficient at what you do. What else do I have? Yeah, practicing, and then get training from a mentor, somebody, like myself or other people who are on YouTube who are actually in the same industry. If you have friends who are loan signing agents already, maybe they can, you know, sit with you and give you some guidance. If you know somebody who works for a title company, you know, maybe you could say, hey, this is what I'm getting into. Can you give me some guidance? There's all different kind of ways to go about getting a mentor. And then when you're there, right, so you've practiced your documents, you're somewhat familiar with them. You're not going to know all of them right when you first start, right? But you've practiced your documents, you know, you've done the mock signings at home, you watched yourself on your video, you know how you're looking, you know how you sound, you've kind of perfected your craft a little bit more from the very first and second time that you've done your own practice mock signing. Then you want to, and you get there, right? So you just want to be confident. Like, you want to have confidence. Even if you don't know everything, go in there with confidence. You know, like, hey, you know, like, you don't, not saying you don't want them to know that it's your first time, but you don't want them to look at you and be able to tell that it's your first time. So just have some confidence, and that'll make you feel better when you are doing your signing. What else? Practice, confidence. Another thing too, with this is that you have to remember that you are like the last leg of this journey of refinancing or their home equity loan or whatever, you know, if you're refinancing, right? So if you're not the application person, you're the person that's coming in to finish, you know, to do the closing. They're like happy to see you, you know. Build a relationship when you go in. Hey, I'm Michelle. How are you guys today? You know, great. I'm here to sign these papers. I just can't give you any, you know, legal advice, but would be happy to, you know, call your loan officer if you have any questions. Oh, you got a dog. Oh, you know, build some kind of rapport. Make them feel a little bit more comfortable, you know, with you. You're going to feel more relaxed. They're going to be a little bit more relaxed with having you in their home. But you're that person that's going to finalize everything, right? They're finally closing. Their interest rate's going to be lower. They're going to save money every month. If they're getting money back, they're excited. When do you have my check? Like, I have a lot of people ask me, you got my check? I'm like, no, I ain't got your check. You know, you sign these papers, we'll send it back, and soon they'll cut you a check. You know, you'll get your money. Or if you want it wired, we're going to fill that out today. You know, so, they're happy to see you. So, you know, just understand that going in that they're happy you're coming most of the time. Now, you're going to have an evil wife or, you know, husband that in the whole process, they don't want, you know, they're not happy with life, and let alone wanting to refinance or do anything. So, you know, you're going to get a few of those. But for the most part, these people are happy to see you. So let that be a confidence builder for yourself. Like, yes, I'm the last leg. They're going to be happy to see me. They're going to finally done. Like, they're going to sign these papers. We're going to send them back. I'm going to double check them though before I leave, because I want to make sure I got all my signatures, all the initials, so I don't have to come back. And then they're going to get their check and they're happy. That's a confidence booster in itself. Like, knowing that you're the person that's going to finalize everything. So let me just go back. Oh, and then, you know, once you have your first signing, right? So then you go home and you just kind of evaluate yourself. You think about how it went for you. You know, you think about some things that you stumbled through, right? In your mind, you're holding on to that. So when you get home, you just write down those struggles that you had and then work on improving them. The things that you did good, great. But the things that you know you need work on, just work on them. You know, that's your first signing. Get through it. Get your second one and rock it. You know, that's my, you know, that would be my advice on how to actually get through your first signing. I always like to go back and just kind of recap, right? So you're going to have an understanding of the documents prior to even going in there. You don't have to know them like 100%, you know, verbiage word for word, but at least have an understanding of what they are so that you can do your script, right? So you're going to have an understanding of the documents. You're going to watch your mock signing videos. You're going to do mock signings, right? You're going to record yourself, see how you sound, try to make some improvements. You're going to write your scripts down on some index cards. So it'll help you along the way if you get stuck while you're in the middle of a closing. Again, you're going to practice. We talked about that. And then you're just going to exert your confidence when you're there. Like, you may be nervous, but go in there confident, like you know what you're doing, right? Because if you feel good, you know, and especially if you look good, right? If you look good, you feel good. So feel good inside so that you can exert that energy. Like, yes, I know what I'm doing. This is not my first time. And then all will be well. Because at the end of the day, whether you mess up, screw up, or whatever, it's going to end. It's going to be over. You're going to make it through into your next one, right? So anyway, just don't want to make this video too long. Just wanted to talk about how to get through your first signings. If you want to do a one-on-one with me, you can go to yousaysollc.com, and we can you can book a one-on-one or a peer consultation with me. We can talk about some things or whatever. I can help you kind of get, you know, going in the right direction. If not, just keep watching my videos. I'm sure you're bound to learn something. So thanks for stopping by, guys. If you are not subscribed, please subscribe, like my channel. If you want to share it with somebody who may find this information useful, then please do so. But definitely subscribe and like, guys. So I appreciate you very, very much. Thanks for watching to the end. And if you did, I really appreciate you, because most people cut it off in the middle. So thank you, guys. Have a great day.